Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and in this video today I want to talk to you about a subject that is far-reaching and touches many people's lives. And that is, you don't have to be rich to be a prepper. So many people, I believe, don't start prepping because they're afraid they can't afford it. I think a lot of people don't prep because they are so inundated with the financial hardships that this world has caved in on us all, that they don't take that extra dollar and put it to prepping, but put it toward other things. And it really should be put toward being prepared, because, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of disasters, regardless of the seven trumpets of Revelation, regardless of what happens 3 weeks from now or a month or a year, what if you lose your job tomorrow? Okay, that was worth prepping, wasn't it? That was worth putting that extra can of beans on the shelf until your unemployment check kicks in, or until you can go and sell something to get some revenue in for your family, or do something. Okay, you've bought yourself a gap. There is a lot of value to taking that mindset that no matter what, whether I'm rich or poor, whether I'm somewhere in the middle, that I will do my best to try to prepare. And I apologize if there's a lot of background noise in this today. I wanted to get outside and enjoy the creation that our Master has given us, and not only that, this warm weather. It's been very cold for a long time, so I want to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather today. So with that said, I want to go to the scripture, and I'm reading out of the Hallelujah Scriptures Version Bible. If you don't have a Hallelujah Scriptures Bible, make sure to visit them at hallelujahscriptures.com. And I want to turn to Matthew chapter 19. I want to read you just a few excerpts from that chapter, because this is something that is on my mind, and it is actually in the back of my mind many different times. And I want to share this with you because I want you to keep this as a mindset as we talk about these points that I want to share with you today. And that is, in Matthew chapter 19, Messiah had a dialogue with this man, and he asked Messiah, he said, what do I have to do to inherit the kingdom? And Messiah told him to keep the commands. And the man said, well, I've kept these. And so then here was Messiah's response, but I want to read from verse 20 forward what the man said, and then what Messiah said. The young man said to him, all these I have watched over from my youth, what do I still lack? And Messiah said, Yahushua said unto him, if you want to be perfect, go sell what you have and give to the poor, and you shall have treasure in the Shemayim, and come follow me. And when the young man heard the word, he went away sad, because he had many possessions. And Yahushua said to his Talmudim, to his disciples, truly I say to you that it is hard for a rich man to enter into the reign of the Shemayim. And again I say to you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter in the reign of Elohim. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are financially troubled and try to prep, and I know I'm talking to a lot of people because a lot of yins have talked to me personally. We've exchanged emails, Facebook, talked on the phone. Hey, been right there with you. When me and my wife first started prepping, been there, right there. I have seen bankruptcy, over overwhelming medical debt. I have seen years ago when I was a child that my dad lost his job and we almost lost the farm. I've seen hard times many times over. And it might happen again. And you cannot let that deter you from prepping. Okay? The first point I want to make is count it a blessing if you are poor. Because I don't mean to slander anyone, but what I'm speaking is fact. Okay? It's not made up. Is that people that are poor appreciate what they have. They appreciate what they earn. They appreciate what's given to them. Those that are rich, and I mean excessively rich, do not understand the value at times of what is given to them. They don't understand the value of what they have. They don't understand the value of what they could be to other people. If this farm was just handed off to me tomorrow, I'm not going to turn around and just sell it, because I understand my family's worked hard for it throughout the generations, and I've had a part in that too, and I know what the value is to it. But had I never had no part in it and somebody just gave me this piece of land, I could turn around and sell it and probably have no connection to it or no meaning of value to it, because I never put anything in to get nothing out. And for those that have to work day in and day out for what you earn, you know the value of what you have, and you know how hard it is to get it. And so count that a blessing, because that gives you a geared mindset that other people don't have. Because I'll give you an example. This right here should lay it in stone. I was on Doomsday Preppers. Another person was on Doomsday Preppers. All right, now I'm not going to say names to point these people out, but I'll give it you a hint. The guy got a $100,000 helicopter. All right, so the same guy bought this desalination machine. All right, now I just shown a video the other day about this survival steel, which does the same thing as this high-dollar piece of equipment. But the mindset, here's the mindset, is that survival steel works on an open fire, right? Or on a stove, or it has multiple applications. As opposed to this thing that just plugs into the wall. Is, as you have had to see things from hardship, like, having to cook over a propane stove or something, as opposed to just going to the restaurant, you know how things work, you see it firsthand, you think to yourself, well, man, if hard times come, yeah, I've got that whoop because I know how to do that in the past. As opposed to a rich person, they don't know squat, okay, and more than likely. I mean, some people do, but they never have had to get their hands dirty into these things, so they have no clue and are way out of touch with needing to be able to prep, all right? And I don't mean to slander the rich people. I mean, seriously, what I'm saying, y'all know, is hardcore fact, all right? Now, my second point I want to make is prepping is not done overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it sure got torched in one, okay? You can, check the history books on that. Nero took care of that, all right? You can lose your preps overnight, all right, if you ain't careful about it. That's another thought. But you've got to take it a day at a time. I've been doing this for years now. I've been a farmer all my life. My mama, she wouldn't even call it prepping. She just call it living. All right, straight up, just living, getting it and put it back. Now I know what, they got a label for it now, prepping. So I know that I've been prepping, for the past 2 or 3 years. Actually, I'm thinking we're 3 or 4. And I lose track on this pagan Roman Gregorian calendar. I try to keep up with the Creator's calendar. The third point I want to say is this: learn from people's mistakes. You see people and they get this huge wad of cash and they go buy some prep that's just, it looks fancy, but at the end of the day it is a piece of garbage. And you can sit back and say, thank you, Master Yahweh. So glad I didn't waste my money, because I don't have money to waste. All right, I know I've been on Doomsday Preppers, and I know that I've made TV time, but ladies and gentlemen, I come home, I'm a farmer, I put on a pair of pants just like everybody else and get up and go to work every day. I'm just the same as everybody else, all right? Now, number 4 is budget things out. Now look, if you can go to Burger King or Mickey D's and spend $5 on a lunch meal, all right, and you could have took a sandwich to work that day, then that's $5 that you could have put for the next trip to the store to put some food back on the shelf, all right? Or if you have to have a pack of cigarettes that is destroying the temple that the Most High gave you, quit smoking the cigarettes 1 pack. Start cutting back. Start putting that money to prepping. If you like to hit the bottle, start cutting back on the alcohol. There you go. There's an opportunity to get that away from you and start putting that money toward things that need to go toward. And I know I'm probably stepping on some people's toes. There is excessive things, okay? There is excessiveness, what I would call it, in our lives, entertainments and things like that of that nature, that we can scale back just a little bit. I ain't telling you not to have a life and just put it all to prepping. I got a life and I enjoy spending time with my family, friends, going places, doing things. But I don't have to have all these things. I can put a little bit back from time to time if I need to know that I've got those things to help save my family's life when hard times come. Number 5 is don't get discouraged. All right, people get discouraged. Hold your head up high and keep on trucking. Do not let people discourage you. All right. Number 6 is keep the faith. I'm gonna tell you, when the worst times have come, when I feel like nothing's gonna work out, and it's just bad things back to back to back to back to back. I kid you not, and I'm not making this up, it seems like that there is a silver lining just shortly thereafter. Right when I hit rock bottom, it's usually when something epic, wonderful happens. Do not give up on the Most High. We are not guaranteed a massive mansion in this life. We are not guaranteed wealth beyond our means. We are not guaranteed all the pleasures of this world. What we're guaranteed is if we have faith in Messiah and do the commands, we have salvation. And then in the new kingdom, we can have peace and happiness in the glory of the Master, in His presence of His wonderful glory forever. That's what we are guaranteed. All right, so I think we need to make sure that we know where our mindset is this world right now, in this planet that we're living in, is currently ran by Satan Incorporated. All right? And Lucifer is doing all he can to destroy everything, okay? But very soon when the Most High comes back and all this wickedness is put to the sword and into the flame, we're going to see a new world and happiness. Alright, so that's very important that we get in the mindset to keep the faith, because good times are coming. It's just currently not going on, but it's going to. Alright? And number 7 is keep on prepping. You know, whether it's a can of beans today at Food City, or whether it's a whole stack of firewood tomorrow, or it's a solar array put on your house in a year or two from now. Ladies and gentlemen, keep prepping. Keep up the good fight. Keep the faith in the Scripture. The Master is coming. All right, now I can't tell you the day nor hour the Son of Man's coming, but I'm gonna tell you this: we're getting as close as it's ever gotten. All right, I mean things are stacking up every day. We're getting closer. So in the meantime, help one another, love one another, keep on prepping. Don't be discouraged, but whatever you do, prep, okay? Because hard times are coming. Now, I believe that's covered all the points that I wanted to cover. And until we see you again here, Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.